Welcome. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to FTP Sports. This is the Armoury TV, and today we have a special one for you guys. We have our player ratings from our resident Armoury TV guys. We have Brezzy, Gunner, Page, MrSilvaFoxAFC, GunnerKing, Gumsa, and then the Nigerian Englishman. One Touch TV. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, people.
One second, Canners. I need to clear something up real quick.
Yeah.
Just so certain guys, like AKA Deji, realize for the future conduct.
Is this a public service announcement?
Yeah, public service announcement. Just for future reference. Don't ever violate the thing.
Wait for it.
Deji, you happy moon. Hey!
I see that I'm more allergic way that I be balling on my woman. Let me
Jagaban. That means leader of warriors. Oh yeah, now let's get it. Let's go.
And that public service announcement was brought to you by the Armoury TV.
Welcome.
Yes.
Oh yeah, now
it's good to have all you guys on here. Listen, it's been a minute. We've been a while, but look, we've got a special one, as you guys know, and I want to dig straight into this. So pretty much all I'm going to do for you guys is, ask you the quick question, marks out of 10 for your rating for each player and even our manager for the whole season. We're talking Premier League here and cups. It's been a mixed bag, as we know, of performances for certain players, etc. But listen, how are we anyway? First and foremost, how are we doing? We all good? We all ready for this?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Tony, we're gonna talk, me and you. I tell you, we're gonna talk, Mr. Silver Fox. But, I'm just glad that you've graced us with your presence. You're right.
Or more like Rob
Holding's
the first
comment.
Yeah.
The first comment, Kenneth.
I did. I thought, well, I won't be harsh on him yet. If he starts giving some controversial ratings, and I'll put it up there straight away. So
I'm with that.
Yeah, wicked. Guys, so first and foremost, we're going to start with the goalkeepers, right? And I'm going to go through every one of you. And let's start with our goalkeepers. Leno, Ryan, and Runarsson. So, Brezzy, kick us off. Our goalkeepers.
Leno,
why?
I would probably give him...
Who are we talking? Leno?
Yeah, Leno.
Yeah.
I probably would give him a 6.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why I give him a 6 for is because he's had a few errors in his current couple of games. He has saved us more than he has cost us, but I still think those ones that he cost us were vital in the last end of the season. That's why I would give him a 6.
Okay, that's fair enough. Ryan, I mean, he didn't really have much to prove himself, but what?
A bit hard to mark him though. But if I had to mark him, I'd probably give him a 5, just as in between, just because of the fact that we just couldn't mark him.
Yeah,
and we can't mark. I'd give him a 0.
Wow.
I ain't mad at you, Brez. I ain't mad at you, bro.
Sorry, he has to go in the summer and gone. Sorry.
You just killed a man's career.
0. I'll give him 8.5.
He killed his career, not Brezzy.
He killed his
his own career, bro.
True. All right. No, fair dues. Mr. Silver Fox, we can hear you, but we can't see you, so we would like you to kick it off then, I guess, with Leno on your side. I've called him Mr. Silver Fox. Okay, let's go. Hello.
Guys, speak up now.
Then I'll get a 5. I'll give him a 5. This.
Leno a 5.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Leno a 5.
Leno a 5.
Okay.
Leno a
Ryan.
5. Obviously he's had some moments where he saved us, but there's been more times where he hasn't saved us. It cost us some of these games, so he's getting a 5 for me.
Ryan. Hey, Mr. Silver Fox, you there? Do you know what, King? Let's
sort this out. I'll come back.
Okay.
Well, King. Like Nigeria, mate.
Yes. and that's added proof that it's live, people, live TV.
Yeah, there you go.
GunnerKing.
Listen, I think from what I've heard, I think the ratings of Leno have been a bit harsh so far. I'm going with 6.5.
Okay.
He has made mistakes.
Yeah.
Goalkeepers' mistakes are glaring. You can't miss them. Some of them have been, I think was it against Wolves when he came out off of his line, and the Everton cross that went through his leg, are the two that stand out to mind. Along with I think it was it Burnley with him, and I don't know whether to blame him or Xhaka.
He does not get no blame for that Burnley one.
But what I will say is this: for every one mistake Leno has made, he has got us out of jail 3 or 4 more times. Like, fact, absolute fact. No one can take that away from him. And if you put a better defense in front of him, I think it'll be different. And I blame Arteta's system insisting on goalkeepers being number 10s in between the sticks. Keep it fucking simple. Sorry, excuse my French. I've really got a bone to pick. All week I've been speaking to people. Sweeper keepers are the way forward. The modern game is played like this now. You're putting pressure on these good keepers to be something they're not. So sorry, I've gone on a tangent, but that's how I feel about Leno. I feel he's a victim of this modern game and the way goalkeepers need to be, apparently. So I'll give him a 6.5. Ryan, I'll give a 6 because whilst he didn't do much, his debut against Villa, he made 7 saves, and I watched the match afterwards, the player cam.
Yeah,
and he was very vocal. He was speaking to Suarez in Spanish. Speaking to a few of the players in Spanish as well. Organizing. Yeah. He was organizing it because he played out there.
Wow.
Was it Valencia he played for? I'll take
your word for it, King.
He's. I think I was impressed by that, and I feel maybe to take the pressure off Leno, he should have been given more chances. Sorry, guys. The 6 for Ryan. Runarsson, I am going to give a 6, and the reason being, Arteta shouldn't have put him in that game. Arteta killed him, right? That was not the game to put him in at, and he had just come to England. He just come to England. He's a young keeper. I'm giving him a 6 because I think I did see some good saves before that unfortunate game, really. The whole game. Yeah, so I feel for him, if I'm being honest.
Do you know what?
I feel for him.
To be fair, we have Ice here who's put out that comment. He's given Runarsson 7 out of 10. Ryan a 9 and Lena 8.5. Very high scores there, I believe. But hey, King, appreciate that. Thank you. A bit 6 for Runarsson, but we'll come on to that one. Gumsa.
Yes.
Your scores. Leno gets 7 for me this season.
Okay. Like Gunner said, he saved us more than he's cost us. I think I'm a critic of him. I don't think his kicking's good enough. But actually, first things first, shot stopping. He has made some crucial saves and big saves for us. Yes, he's made a few mistakes, but what keeper doesn't? So I'm not going to hold him to them, to be fair. I think he's been a good keeper. He's been solid, you know what I mean? He's one person I wouldn't even worry about this season with the rebuild. So he'll get a 7. Matt Ryan come in, done well. Would like to have seen him more, so he'll get a 6 just because he hasn't obviously played much. Didn't do anything wrong in them games, but don't think he deserves to get rated the same as Leno because he played 3 games or something like that. But definitely was comfortable with him being number 2. I had no issues with him being number 2. Runnison, give him a 3. I felt for him. I understand what Gunner's saying. I do feel for him. It's a horrible game to go into against City.
He should never have been in that game.
Yeah. But
you can catch a ball, right?
Yeah. At the same time, as I said, he's getting paid money. He's come to a big club, and he's an international for Iceland, so he still shouldn't be that bad. Like
Iceland are not a bad.
And that wasn't his debut either.
What game did he play before?
UEFA against
they're like
or something like that. I'm sure he plays.
That's like playing it's like playing the team I manage, playing them teams, isn't it? So, but yeah,
it may as well have been his debut in that context.
Yeah,
it may as well have been.
Yeah, so they're my scores, nice and easy.
Wicked. Appreciate that. Yes, Mr. Nigerian Englishman, Leno, Ryan. Let's go.
What a selection. I will agree with King in terms of Leno being a victim, but he's a victim of Arteta. And what I mean by that is because Arteta knows the style of play he wants to play from the back, but he sells the better keeper at doing that, which doesn't make any sense. So it kind of puts Leno in the firing line anyway, because he's persistent to play this style. So Leno was always going to get found out in some way, shape, or form. So that's the only reason why I haven't gone as low as 5 with Leno, if I'm honest. So my actual score for Leno is the same as GunnerKing, 6.5. Because I call him Mr. He makes mistakes, but he's Mr. Viral, bro. Mr. Viral. Every mistake goes viral, bro. TikTok sensation, whatever it is, bro. Leno is that guy. And I don't know who said it. Either was it Gums? I think Gums said, "I'm not worried about him when it comes to the rebuild." One of the things I'm biting my teeth on right now is the fact that I hope we get Onana.
Yeah, I'm praying for
that. I'm praying for that because then we don't have to waste time thinking about the guy that has no feet at the back. Talking about he needs a better defense in front of him. Look, Martinez with that same defense did a better job. So it's just not his style doesn't suit Arsenal. So for that reason, he needs to be
making the feeling of calmness, knowing that there's something solid behind you, and no one panics. You know, they can pass the ball back and know that it's going to be safe. You know,
sure. And Holden probably look like a better centre back with a better keeper.
Great style.
That's just to see if he's listening.
Yeah. I'm just trying to reel it in.
Here he is. Hey.
All right, so 6.5 for Leno. For Ryan, I'm probably going to shock you with my answer. I'm going to give him a 7. And the reason I'm giving a 7 is because everything that we asked of him, he did.
Yeah.
Like, I know he didn't play as much games, but the games he played him, I was never worried. Yeah. He looked commanding at the back. When it comes for crosses and the balls are in the air, I'm confident he's going to get it. And why do I have a German international when I'm more confident about this random Australian guy and the sticks? Like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, so he's got to get a higher score than Leno. So I'm giving him a 7.
Okay.
And this other guy, man. I was gonna give him a 0 too, but you know what? He's young, so we'll give him a little 3. Give him a 3.
He's 25.
He's not that young. Yeah, he's not that young.
But in goalkeeping terms, that's young.
In goalkeeping,
relative to goalkeepers, that is young.
Not anymore, bro.
At 25, your hand-eye coordination should be intact.
Okay, in the last, let's say 5 years, right? Can you tell me which keepers are peaking at after 26? It doesn't happen no more. Since Czech, it's the early bloomers now.
Yeah,
it's not the same as before. Since Czech changed the game. Like he blew from 21 and then he started to decline when he got older. That might have been a mental thing. Who knows? Same thing happened to Joe Hart. I think Joe Hart completely fell off. Completely, like he looks like him because
he just had it in his head that he ain't got no feet, and that was it. That kind of killed him.
I'd say one keeper, the only one person I could actually say may have got better with time in recent years is Kasper Schmeichel. I think he's probably one that's grown over the years.
I'll give you that. That's my I think
Van der Sar was a beast as he got older.
Yeah,
but he was a beast from Ajax, bro.
Yeah, true. Mr. Silver Fox, Are you there now, sir?
Hello. Yeah. Apologies for my technical difficulties. Dodgy connection, but I think I'm there now.
Okay, so Ryan and Runnison, you gave us a 5 for Leno. Ryan?
Yeah. Ryan, I agree with Nigerian. I was going to give him a 7.
Okay.
Just simply all I can do is echo what Nigerian said. You know, he done what we asked of him. Simple as that. And Runnison, I was going to give him a 0, but I'll give him a 1 because he's an Arsenal goalkeeper.
Sheesh. You guys are harsh, boy. I think. Oh my god. So I'm gonna go quickly. I'm gonna give Leno a 6.5 simply because do you know what? I've actually thought he's made some saves where I just thought he had no right to make those saves. But yeah, there were a few glaring mishaps towards the end of the season. Ryan, I'm gonna give a 7 also as well because I don't know why, but I had that. I don't know if you ever feel it, but you know when you have that kind of uncanny kind of feeling that that keeper's safe. You know when they come for crosses and things like that, you just have. I know the keeper's got this. I don't know. It's really weird. I just had that feeling that you know what, I feel safe with this keeper. Really bizarre. And Runnison, I'm going to give him a 3. Bless him. I think Arteta realised he's made a huge mistake. I'm not sure what he saw in training or games or whatever, or the guy playing in France. But he surely as hell cannot cut it. So, just a couple of here we go. Ice again. Mario. Oh, he's gone on to defenders already. Hey, do you know what? He's getting me
Mario
there.
4
Holden didn't even get a mark. Someone's gonna be rattled up there.
Oh my gosh! Yes, let's get to this. Let's get to this.
Part.
So we're gonna go to the fullbacks instead of defenders. And Mr. Nigerian Englishman, I'm gonna come to you first, sir.
Oh, why would you start with me?
Yes,
you saw the first guy. That's why, innit? Flipping. So what I would say is thank you. Firstly, I would say thank you for your service, Hector. You're really Arsenal through and through, but this needs to be your last year at the club, bro. No offense. Love your accent and all that, the London/Spanish thing you're doing there. But, boy, time is up. I'll give you a 3 out of 10.
Wow, that's harsh.
3 out of 10. Because because if I ask you what he offers us on that right, the only thing you could say, he's kind of an academy product. Kind of? Because he came quite young. That's the only thing that can really, for me, I don't know what does he bring to us when he plays. At first, you could say speed. He could beat a man, maybe.
Well,
since
the knee injury, I think he's gone quite downhill, hasn't he?
Exactly. So, for 4, what did I say? 3 or 4?
You said 3.
Okay, I'll stick with 3 then. Go for that. All right, cool. Cedric, I think he's someone that's been hard done by this season, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Like, he's definitely the best right back at the club currently for me. But I don't know what he did to Arteta, or maybe he slapped his wife's bum or something after training and that. I don't know what happened in it. Like, or maybe just Hector is Arteta's lost a love child or whatever, so he's got to play. But then Chambers started playing over this guy, so I don't know, man. I would personally give him a 6.5.
Nobody knows.
Out of 10.
What? Sorry,
Cedric, 6.5 for Cedric.
Okay.
This year, I reckon if he played more, I would have given him a 7, if I'm honest. But
Chambers,
it is what it is. Chambers again, 6.5 too, because I can't give him any more because he's got a ridiculous delivery, but as in going forward, he's not really the right back that I'd like. I don't mind cashing in on him, but if he stays a utility player to play right back, centre back every now and again, it's not the worst thing as he's English as well, and with some of the rule changes coming up. So I guess 6.5.
And Tierney.
Tierney, 8 out of 10, mate.
Wow.
8 out of 10.
Wow.
I know I'd probably give him higher if he played more games. Bad boy, future captain, bad boy. Keep him fit, then we're a different team.
Yeah.
Different team.
I think he kind of tailed off towards the end of the season because the kind of things that he was doing beforehand, before he got injured, with the Liverpool knee injury, where he was like bombing down that wing and everything. That kind of stopped him in his tracks somewhat. But still, no, I agree.
I think it was due to injury though, more than anything. It wasn't like he's like out of form. He just needed to play himself back into like full fitness and stuff. And then obviously when you're coming back in and you're playing matches that mean nothing now, then you're probably not going to be as on it as you were beforehand.
Yeah,
and you're just trying to. He's probably trying to protect himself for the Euros as well. For the last season.
Exactly. Yeah. That was probably that in there as well.
8 out of 10 for me.
Boy. Okay. So, King, talk to me. Bellerin.
So see, I won't go on into another tangent, but I think Bellerin's a bit hard done by. Hear me out now, yeah? Right? Trent Alexander-Arnold, look at his season this season. It's been brought into question, yeah? Right? The back four is reliant on all pieces, right? If we look at Bellerin's best life at Arsenal, it was under Koscielny. Yeah, when he had Koscielny next to him,
on the right-hand side,
who was a bit more solid. Yeah. And I think he's been a victim of some poor recruitment and neglect in our back four.
Did King do philosophy when you lot were growing up?
Yeah, he's an A-star in English, I'll tell you that.
I did actually study philosophy as well, yeah. But,
makes sense.
Yes, Socrates.
I'm still going to give him a 5.5, but I want to put that point out there. Like, Bellerin isn't the entire problem. He wasn't the same player when he came back from injury, but neither was the defender that he was playing next to a lot.
No, but having said that, though, the one thing I just want to comment on that.
Big up, Hanif. Big up, Hanif.
Yes, big up, Hanif. So, yeah, just obviously before we get onto my little thought, thank you, Hanif Sheikh. Sick show. Big up, you lot. Wicked. Bellerin shouldn't get more than 3 out of 10 and looks like he's lost his pace. He's got your back there, Nigerian Englishman.
Guy.
Listen, I think with Bellerin is that, when you're professional and you've played with players, not just international players, French internationals. He's obviously been in a Spanish team, squads and everything, and trained along some of those guys. If you've lost something, the best players adapt their games. When they come back from injuries, if they have something else to compensate for that. He's not a young kid anymore. And I think something, in terms of a mindset and in terms of like positional play, etc., he should have learned a lot more in his game mentally, just relying on his physical attributes of the game. That's my little 2 pence worth of. But I hear what you're saying, King. I really do. I mean, I just think that certain players, as soon as when they evolve, they bring other things. To
be honest. It's a bit sad for me, because I've watched this kid grow, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Come through the ranks, like back in the days when Wenger was just taking people from Barcelona and making them stars and that. Like he's always going to be one of us to me, man. Like regardless of where his career takes him. But yeah, I can't lie. He's had a poor season. But,
yeah.
Yeah, I hate talking bad about this player. I actually hate talking bad about Bellerin. It hurts me to say it because he's one of us, but I can't keep protecting him.
It's life, man. It's life.
Yeah.
It's life. Cedric.
So,
King.
Cedric, I would give a 6.5. I mean, I pretty much agree with what everyone said about him. He's filled in in both fullback positions. For the most part, he's done everything that's been asked of him. I think it was that one game against Racist FC where he got caught sleeping at the back post. And I think he hasn't played since. And I think there's not a consistency with Arteta with how he reacts to player mistakes.
It's like he takes it personal, isn't it? It's like a personal.
Yeah, you guys know I'm not an Arteta out guy. But I see Arteta's imperfections, and this is one of them. There's not a consistency at all in the way he treats players that make mistakes. So I felt it was a bit harsh that he didn't get much game time after that, because I remember the Tottenham game at the Emirates. He was unreal in that game. He had a really good game in that game. So yeah, I'll give him a 6.5. Definitely. Chambers, I'm gonna go 6.75. I can't say 7. Sorry, I know I'm splitting the fractions out now. Yeah.
You say he had a better season.
No, he's doing it. He's testing my spreadsheet. That's what you're doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chambers had a better year than Cedric. Yeah.
He's just about edged it for me. Yeah, I think. I think his all-round game looks a bit more solid, considering he's not even a right back. You know, like his more natural position is a centre back.
He's a right back, mate. He started as a right back.
Yeah,
don't give him that.
Don't give him that. As a right back.
We bought him as a right back, bro. We bought him as a Southampton right back.
He's predominantly played centre back.
Wenger wanted him to be a centre back. Because of his attributes, but he was
playing as a right back when he was with Southampmpton.
So don't give him no extra props, King.
Yeah.
No, I think I've seen with him, because the reason I'm giving him more is because if we look at someone like Pepe, when he's played on the right with Chambers, it's like not just as he played well, but he's given the base to allow Pepe to cheat a bit more, to like float forward and do what he does in the final third.
He doesn't really overlap.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Say the same about Cedric and Pepe, though, man.
Yeah. But I don't know. Pepe seems to come alive when Chambers is playing in that right back slot. So that's what I'm just edging it with on those two. Tierney, I'm only going to give a 7, and I would give him more. I just don't think we've seen enough of him. He's not been fit enough. No, that's all it is. You know, like obviously, in the games I've seen him, he's been by far the best left back. But there's not been a consistency not in his play, but in his playing time. I think 7.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Maybe 7.5 actually.
Just 7.5.
Nah, don't even read this out, man. This is violation.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Don't read that one. That's trolling. I'm not having none of
that this guy's a Tottenham man, so we're gonna just leave that one. I'll give him a little bit of airplay there. He's trying to rile us up. He's going fishing here. For this one. Yeah, and Mr. Solo 7, good evening, sir. Hope you're enjoying the show. It's good to know that you're watching us. We're watching you. Yeah, them ones there. Brezzy, Bellerin.
I want to say a 4, but because I like Bellerin, I actually do like him as a player. But he's just had a really bad season, so I think I will go for a 3.
Wow, that's cold.
Oh, that is wow.
It hurts, but boy.
Oh, we can't be nice about this all. You know, at the end of the day, we're Arsenal. No, we're not mid-table.
Okay, Cedric.
I think he's had a better than Bellerin. I think he's had 1 or 2 mistakes when he was playing left back. I don't think he should have been cut from the team. I do like Cedric with Pepe. I think it also has a bit more freedom. So I would probably go Cedric. I would probably say 5.
Okay. Chambers.
Don't look at that Nigerian. Chambers, I would probably actually go for a 7. I think he's actually had a very, very, very decent late half of the season. I think he's
Brezzy, you wilding right now, bro. You're my guy usually, but hey,
I watch football, you know.
Hey.
Are you sure?
Wow.
You're giving Chambers a 7 and you're telling me you watch football.
Hold on. He's had a better late half of the season, better than Cedric, since Cedric's been on the bench. He's allowed Pepe to go more freely.
Before Chambers was in the side, everyone was saying Pepe should play with Cedric because he works better with a better right back. Soon as he gets dropped, now you change the narrative for Chambers, bro.
No.
That's all it is.
No. If you go back, I literally just said that I reckon him and Cedric were a better partnership.
I'll show you a previous stream like from 6 weeks prior, and I'll show you saying these exact words.
That's
Cedric
fine.
and Pepe work. SilvaFox, I'll send it over to you so you can get it as a meme, and I want you to apologize next time we're on screen too. Thank you. Continue.
So Brezzy, Tierney.
Tierney, I'm actually gonna go for an 8.
Okay.
Because he's had injuries, but when he's being fit, he gives everything he has for the club, for the badge. You know, he does what he can. He doesn't hold back. Right. Oh, of course, 100%. I just think, obviously, you know, like he came out and even said, like, he goes, "Why I get injured for is how I play. It's because I don't leave anything on the pitch." Yeah. And we've been crying out for a fullback that can do that. So, yeah, he's had injuries, but I just think, you know, he's used to the game. He'll get better. So yeah, definitely an 8. I was going to give him a 9, but
there's still hope for you, Brezzy. Thank God.
Hey, Lottie, how you doing? Evening. We need to get you back on. Great, you know, hope you've been well. Yeah, nice one, Brezzy. Gumsa, let's crack on. Nice, quick
and simple. Let me start with Tierney. Get him out the way first.
All right, Tierney.
Tierney's a straight 8. Don't need to be said. Just to let GunnerKing know, Tierney played 27 games, so I think he's been very harsh in the league. Tierney's played 27 games in the league. And when you give some more scores later, I'm going to see if that comes back to bite you. So I'm going to hold tight in the tuck. All right, cool. We move on. So Tierney's straight 8.
Keep it moving.
He to me, he just shows me how bad the others are in the wing back positions.
Yeah.
We move on to Chambers. He'll get a 6. He's been all right.
Yeah.
What he gives us is a bit more solid defensively. So I think there's games for Chambers and there should be games for Cedric. If we're going to attack teams, you play Cedric. If you're playing your Chelseas or your Cities, then you might play Chambers. He's a bit better defensively, but he's done all right. He surprised me, actually, when he came in this year. I was shocked. So he's done all right. Cedric, I'll give a 6. I feel that he's been treated a bit harshly. Ain't done nothing wrong, really, apart from that big mistake he made, and then, got dropped. And I've seen other people make worse mistakes.
This mistake against Villa? Is that it?
The Villa.
That's it?
Yeah, Villa.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I don't think he's done much wrong than that.
No, against Racist FC, man.
He made one against Villa as well, and he had to pass it. Yeah. And the one against Villa, we had to pass it into the centre back and undercook the pass, and we got caught.
Yeah,
but he's been all right. And nothing again for the fee. We didn't pay nothing for him. He's been all right. He's an all right filler, so he'll get a 5.5. Actually, I think Chambers has just been a little bit better. As for Bellerin, he can get your shirt number. Simple as that.
Wow, 2.
And he gets the peace sign, boy. You get the deuces and the peace sign. He can go. I don't know where you lot of this affinity with Bellerin. He's poor.
That's one thing. You give him Cedric 5.5.
Yeah, give him. He's just under Chambers for me, and then Bellerin can get a 2. Yeah, he's dog. He's absolutely time to go. It's that whole affinity thing, holding on. He's been coming through the ranks. No, he's poor.
If you see the average ratings for Bellerin right now on my super spreadsheet, you lot would shiver.
But this will say I'm doing the eye test. Anyone can pass the ball 5 yards and have 95% completed passes. He's poor. Defensively, he's not good enough, and going forward, he's not good enough. So he doesn't actually offer us anything.
No, that's fair dues, man. This is your shout.
It was time to move on from him last year. He got another bligh. Like, and I'm not even going to blame that one injury on him because he was poor before that injury. To be fair, he ain't been good for a while. We've gassed him for a long time because he made a recovery run against Bayern Munich and burst through Liverpool. We got gassed for 5 years. He's been poor for years. Like, he's been poor for a long time.
Don't hold back.
Wow, Gumsa.
I think we should make this a separate show.
It was the time I said call time on Bellerin is when we played Bayern Munich in the Champions League and Diego Costa made Bellerin actually do a 360.
360, yeah. And Coquelin got sold for that again when he done that against Chelsea. So that was a warning sign.
Do you mean Douglas Costa?
That's it, Douglas Costa.
Yeah.
Sorry,
When I saw that, I was
pull him up, King. Pull him up.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I don't mean to be harsh on the guy, but he offers nothing, man. Like, he's just.
I think Douglas Costa murked his career, man.
Yeah. Let's just move on from him anyway.
Yes. So before we swiftly move on to Mr. Silver Fox, just a couple. Hey, like, yes, definitely, we're gonna sort that out. We'll be in touch.
Big up, Lottie. Thanks for finally following me, Lottie, as well. Appreciate it.
Hey, Ice, you're a casual fan.
I'm diehard.
Shots fired.
He's saying it better than minimum 6.
Nah,
it's there. That's the
clearly.
That's the closest tattoo to my heart,
bro. Yeah. You didn't have to convince us. We know the truth. Bro. We know. Truth.
Silver Fox, what you got for Bellerin?
Well, I got for Bellerin. I agree with Gums. I'm giving him a 2. Sod all the sentiments. This is a 2020-21 season. Player ratings, yeah. So what's he done?
Scored one, didn't he?
Getting spun every week.
Not enough.
Did he? Give him a 2.
He has scored.
Who, Bellerin?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give him a 3.
He's got a couple of assists as well.
He scored one, yeah. So I gave him.
Giving him a 3.
I'll give him a 3 because he scored.
All right, yeah.
Cedric. 6.5. I'll go 6.5 because he has been playing at left back, and he done all right there. There was a game at Sticks on the Line against Southampton. That ball to Saka.
Yeah.
Left foot as well, wasn't
it? Yeah, exactly. He's made a few mistakes here and there, but when we bought him, he was backup. That's all he was, and for me, he's done a job. Okay. Yeah, a few mistakes, but 6.5 is fair, I think.
Fair dues. Chambers.
I'm kind of with DT here. I'm sorry, I mean Brezzy here.
Wow.
I'll give him a 7.5.
Wow.
He's come in and done a job. And he is a centre back. Well, at first he's centre back. So he's been playing at right back, doing what he's done. And I can repeat what Brezzy says about the whole thing with Pepe, and I agree with him. So I'm going 7.5.
Okay.
And then Tierney, I don't need to say too much. I'm going 8, and that's all I've got to say about that. Got to be captain. That's that.
Would you say 8? Okay. Do you know what? Right, guys, interest of time. We know, look, we're 40 minutes in and we've only done 8 players. Right? So we're going to speed things up here, right? It's just super. And then we're going to come back to it and have our little kind of brief arguments. Okay. So let's speed this up.
I see what you're doing, Canners. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Time for the defenders. All right.
I'm going to quickly, I'm not even going to go about my ratings. I'll put them in so you guys don't even know the kind of things what's going on until the end of the show. Okay, so Brezzy, Mari, Louise, Gabrielle, Holding. So let's start with Mari.
Mari, I will give him a 7.
Yeah.
Louise, I would give 8. No, 7.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Gabrielle.
And Gabrielle and Holden, I'm actually going to give them both an 8.
Wow. Okay.
And the reason why I think
No, go. Carry on.
I think Gabrielle is absolutely by bossing our centre backs with Holding at the moment. I just think that obviously with Saliba coming in, you know, might challenge for that place. But I think at the moment, you know, we've definitely got some decent centre backs with Mari, Holding, and Gabriel. So that's my reins.
Okay, no, that's fair, dudes. Gumsa.
Yes. Mari gets 7.
Louise.
6.
Gabriel.
No, I'm going to go back. Sorry, Murray gets a 6.
Oh, okay. Gabriel.
7.
And Holding.
7.
Okay. King. Mari.
Mari, I would give a 7.
Louise.
Louise, I'd give 6.5. Gabriel, I'd give 7.5.
What did you give Tierney?
I gave
7.
Because I just going to let you know, Tierney played more games than Gabriel, so you marking Gabriel down?
I knew this was going to happen.
What I'm marking Gabriel on. What I'm marking Gabriel on is
different rules.
He was struck down. He was struck down with COVID, and I don't think he was necessarily the same after that.
No, I agree.
But
his score still. You think Tierney was only like quarter of a score better than him this season? And Tierney played more games, and he had injuries as well. So can we just mark up Tierney a little bit? I think your Gabriel score was cool, but let's mark up Tierney properly.
I think.
No, mate, Gumsa, it's his scores.
I think the difference.
This is his opinion.
The difference with them was I don't think either of them got.
You don't need to. You don't need to. Demonstrate or tell him anything. You've given Tierney a 7. It's a 7.
If I'm being honest, probably what it is, is what I've said for about a decade. Is the biggest problem in Arsenal Football Club is our defence. So this is the first time in a long time we've brought a defender in, and I've been encouraged by what I've seen, and we brought a lot of defenders in. Like, I
agree with you.
Going back to Mustafi, so I'm probably am. Oh, you're probably right.
Also a defender.
I'll be real. I agree with you.
No, but I mean a centre back. You know what I mean? Like
you're an Englishman.
We've had Clichy. We've had credible left backs in the time that we've had dire centre backs. So yeah, I'll probably give it to you. I probably am gassing him a bit.
No, I think his score's fair. Before, remember, I put Mari as my best centre back, but he's only played 10 games this year for me. That's why Gabriel got a better score for me, because he's played in the 20s. Hence why I marked Mari down a bit. But I just feel you was harsh on. I don't think you've been harsh on Gabriel or weak on him. I think you was harsh on Tierney. That's what I'm saying. Gabriel, he's done well. I'm happy with Gabriel, but I think you've been a bit harsh on Tierney. That's what I was saying it for. I'm just messing around with you anyway.
Yeah, maybe I was.
King,
maybe I was in hindsight.
But yeah, I'm with you there.
Holding, I'd probably go with the same score, 7.5. I think for me, those two have been our best centre backs this season.
And just to double on what you're saying, Gunnar, as well, I just looked at it. Holding's played 30 games, and this has probably been one of our best defensive displays this season. I know we defend as a team, but that's why Holding and Gabriel got higher marks for me, because as a unit, we've been stronger. We've conceded less, and them two have been our mainstays in centre back. You'll be happy to hear that, Silver Fox. I've done the research for you.
Seamlessly moves us on to Mr. Silver Fox. Mari, sir.
Mari.
Yep.
I'll give him a 7.
Louise.
I'm scared now.
6.
Gabriel. He's clearing his throat. 6. 6. All right. The man called Michael Holding. Robert Holding.
Good night, guys. Good night.
Mute him.
What do you think I'm giving him? Go on. All of you.
10. I reckon a 9's coming out.
9 or 10.
I'll give him 8.5.
Oh,
8.5.
gosh.
Okay.
8.5.
Woo! Wow.
Swiftly moving on.
Yeah, come back to me in a
Moving
bit.
on.
It's fine. Carry on.
Okay,
Go on.
okay, that's fair, dudes. Now we're gonna move on to defensive midfielders. We've got 3 in this
I
category.
don't get to say my stats or my
That's what I was
scores.
thinking.
No problem. Let's move to
I was trying to
defensive
move.
midfielders.
I was trying to move.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. It's
You know
cool.
what I mean?
Move
It's
on.
like, you know, Mr. Nigerian Englishman.
Move on.
Oh, get it. Mari, sir. Come on, Mari.
Mari 6.5.
Yeah.
Louise 6. Holding 7. Gabrielle 7.25. So there's nothing. No one can make me say that. No one can make me say that Holding's had a better year than Gabrielle. No one can convince me to that.
You don't watch football then.
I think you've got to rate as well the fact that Rob Holding has played
first
in
season in new league as well. Thank you.
Like this is Rob Holding's been here for a while. You know, he's 26.
Okay, you say that. No. Quickly, you say that. Rob Holding's been here for 4 or 5 years. No. He's played 27 games before this season. Then this season he plays 30. So you
Guys,
can say,
just before we kind of go out, but I mean, what I will say is though, we have all just given our own views by ratings, have rated Holding as our best centre back.
Fair enough.
It's not fair enough, Gumsa. It's not fair enough.
I'm sitting there thinking, what I am thinking though is we should take into account the first 3 months of Gabriel at Arsenal. He was different.
You can't go back now that I said that, guys. You've just kind of.
You lot are mad. I was just listening to all your scores, and I know what was going to happen. I was like, obviously, Silver Fox is going to boost.
Silver's killed Gabriel.
That's boost it up. Then oh man, I'm distraught.
Okay,
move
on. Let's move on.
I
know Silver Fox is happy now. He's sitting out in Bedford like this. Yeah.
Can we not have him on the show?
He's got the cigar out. That's why he's got the camera switched off. He's got the cigar out. And
right now. Let's go on. Defensive midfielders. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Nigerian Englishman. El Neni, Xhaka, and Partey. El Neni, I'll give him a 6.5. Okay.
No, I'll give him a 6. Actually, you're at a 6.
Oh,
because
6.
I'd have to say, I'd say Xhaka 6.5.
Okay. And Partey.
And Partey a 6.
Oh. Okay.
As much as it hurts me to say that.
Mr. Silver Fox. El Neni.
El Neni, I'm giving it 7.
Xhaka.
6.5.
Partey.
And Partey. You're probably thinking I'm a bit harsh. I don't know. I'm going 6.
6.
6.
Wow. Listen, even like, listen, man. You're Mr. Silver Fox, boy. You're killing us here, man. You're throwing all curveballs all over the place, man.
Right, Lottie's coming out with a 7 down anyway.
It's true, though.
Come on, Lottie.
He's come out with some goals, you know.
Nah, he's had some. Was he? He's got 3 goals this season. See. Worldies only. And he scored spectacular goals out here, guys. Don't give me no tap-ins. I'm not into that.
Exactly. King, talk to me, bro.
I actually think this season, this has been the worst area of our team. Because what I'm talking about is they are like, I believe it's the tactical instructions again of being risk adverse to making forward passes. But you know, look, I'm not happy with this part of the area in particular. Xhaka gets a 5.5. I'm like, I know people are going to think I got an agenda against him because of the armband thing. Do you know what? Part of me does, but he gets, you know, like the mistake against Burnley, you know, more red cards, you know, like more, like he's just not Arsenal quality.
I'm with you,
man. He's got to go. Sorry, like I like the guy, and I know that it's been tough. The fans have been horrible to him. You know, like we have got a toxic fan base in parts, but like, look, just purely on football, he's not like I've tried to back him. I really have. If Gumsa knows, yeah, because he's known me for day, yeah, he's heard me back him. I can't do it no more, man. It's like how Gumsa feels with Bellerin, man. I can't do it no more, man. I can't back him no more. I can't do it.
Wow.
He's emotional. Like how criminal some of the play like that he exhibits. Like for me, he's the worst of the three of them. Ran over. Sorry, I had to.
Man's had to take a drink for that one, boy. I was like,
yeah,
I was feeling the heat on that one.
He kills me inside, man. Like,
give me an El Neni then. Give me El Neni.
El Neni, right? I think he deserves a 6.5.
Okay, that's fair, dudes.
Respectable. Room for improvement. Again, there was a lot of passes that weren't really progressive.
Yeah.
But he was never a progressive passer. He hasn't been one in his career, so that's why he is exempt from my hairdryer to that extent. Sorry. The last one, Party. This is going to be controversial. I'm going to go with a 5.5 as well, and I'm going to defend him and say he's been rushed back from fitness enough times. Like that, when he broke down against Spurs, we shouldn't have put him in that game in the first leg when they beat us 2-0. And he does not. But some of the things I've seen him do, like miscontrolling the ball, misplacing 5-yard passes, I can't defend that either. Like I know he's better, and I know he needs rest. He needs rest. Yeah, I think Arteta. Another thing about not having a consistency of energy is he protects Martinelli and he throws this man to the wolves.
I think the thing is, though, with a central midfielder, that's such an important part of the team. It's pretty much the spine. So anything along the middle is a spine, and everything around that you can dot around or whatever. And I think so. I understand why he's rushed Partey back in. It's such an important piece of the jigsaw.
The thing is, it is really important, but for the style of play that he is, the sort of all-action central midfielder he is, throwing himself into tackles, obviously, like the physical part of his game being relied on, you can't rush that back. Because that's so easy to break down again, because you're in the weeds, up against these players, so I can't give him that. And it's sad for me, man.
Fair dues. Gumsa, El Neni. Just before you do go, and it got a lot here saying Xhaka has been one of our most improved this season, but 1 season in 5 ain't good enough. Time to go. I actually agree with that. And if we, if we can get some good 20+ million from Roma, I think it would be a good bit of business if that happens.
It's a steal, bro.
I wish him all the best as well, man. I think he's.
I mean, to be fair, yeah.
That, but yeah, cool.
Wow.
Bro, he disrespected my shirt. He doesn't get no wish good lucks and all that. Nah, bro. You disrespected my club shirt.
I do know there was
in anything. I don't.
He was getting death threats and all kinds of stuff, man.
So that means you should throw. You're the captain. And
it doesn't. No. I just think
get it.
It's one of them things for me where it's like there's blame on both sides. His form, the way that we reacted to it.
It was more directed at Emery than anything, and I think everyone was frustrated big time at that particular point in time, and it just spilled out. The team were playing so crap at that point in time. It spilled out. Yeah, look, I'm not trying to mitigate his actions, but the fans. But in you saying that, the fans are also to blame, which is true. We was frustrated, beyond belief with the performances that was going on. But you don't, as a football player, as a professional, react in that way. You can't.
Okay, so let me just add quickly. Just spring. Actually, no, we don't got enough time, so just keep going.
Okay, cool. Gumsa, El Neni.
5.
Xhaka.
His best season in an Arsenal shirt. 4.
Wow. Partey.
4. Our best player. He's our best midfielder, but this year he get a 4. He ain't done nothing for me this year. Like, he's showing glimpses, but I ain't been impressed. I'll be honest.
True.
Like, I feel he's a sign we needed. I'm happy we got him, and I thought he'd get better. But if I'm actually judging it on this season, I haven't seen enough from it. He's done bits of quality. Like some of the passes, the through balls have been quality.
We're going to wrap. What I'm going to start. I know what you're saying, Gumsy, you're breaking up a bit, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rattle through with him. What these averages are kind of throwing in is something so interesting from you guys here, and that's why I want to rattle through these numbers really quickly. Sorry, Gumsa, there to cut you there. Plus, also your sound. So Brezzy, please, El Neni.
6.
Xhaka.
5.
And Partey.
7.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That's that. Wow. Jeez.
7 for Partey, Brezzy, and you tell me you watch football.
Did you not see him trick like three players in midfield and then like go on a run and then like?
Oh, so that means he gets 7. Okay, because of that one move. Great.
Hey,
I didn't do it just one time.
Brezzy, don't bite, bruv. Don't bite. Don't bite. These guys. Attacking midfielders. Let's go. Let's go. Man. Let's crowd through quickly.
Positive part, man.
Yeah, let's go. Come on. We're getting to that magic mark, and I want. We've got about what? We've got 10 to go. Just 10 players to go. Come on, Ceballos. I'm gonna start with you, Gumsa.
My guy. 5. He ain't done nothing this season, to be fair. He's been disappointed. I'll back him as long as I can. But he hasn't been good. He's had a couple of odd moments, a couple of bad games. Yeah, I can't back him. Yeah, he gets a 5.
Yeah.
Odegaard gets a 7. I think he's been good.
And
Smith Rowe, you get an 8.5.
Wow.
I like Smith Rowe, man. I think he's good. He's done well. He's done well.
Wow.
My guy.
GunnerKing. Bias, bro.
Yeah, so bias, I'm gonna go with a 5.5. I really think he's a number 10, trapped in a manager who thinks he's a number 8 body. He's a number 10. You know, like defensively, he's frail. You know, you look at the mistakes he made. He's a number 10. I've said it.
Have you seen how many tackles he's won? You know he has our highest numbers for winning back possession. You know that, innit? Yeah, look for the last 2 years. He's got our highest numbers for winning back the ball. But carry on.
Odegaard.
No, that's fair enough. But I mean, just because he's done that doesn't mean that that's what he does best. You know,
obviously.
Why not make someone do what they do best, not rather than do something that they're good at? You know, like he's better going forward.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Would you pick him out for his tackling or his passing?
Huh? Would you say Gunner?
Would you pick him out? Would you pick out his? Would you want him making tackles or would you want him making passes into the final third?
I want him making passes, but I need him on the ball. So if I ain't got a ball playing centre midfielder, I've got to drop him in there to get on the ball deep and then play from the back.
King,
to get a ball winner, isn't it?
Odegaard.
Need someone to find him.
Odegaard, I'm going with a 7.5. I think he's been a breath of fresh air. I think what I said about the defensive part of midfield, I revert back to. This has been the best part of the team for me. The 2 creative players. Since ESR has been put in the team, our win ratio has gone up to 67%. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the league table from when he's been put in the team to now, only City have taken more points than us. It is clear that Smith Rowe has brought to this team what Hossam Aouar was supposed to in the summer. It is very clear. Make no mistake about it. I'm gonna go this far and say, Saka. Yeah, for me, Smith Rowe excites me more than Saka. I said it. Yeah, I said it, and I'll say it again. I don't care. Yeah. And
what's your
ESR is my guy.
ESR. What's your ratings for ESR?
I'll give him an 8.5. He's been excellent for his age. and it's not just his forward play. It's so varied. You know, like he can pick up the ball, he can drive with it, he can pass with both his feet. You know, he'll get stuck in a tackle. I can't speak highly enough about Smith Rowe. Sorry, there's not enough time on the show to do that, man.
Fair dues,
and I'm trying not to gas him, but I'm just going off what I see.
Trying not to gas him.
Brezzy,
he's gonna have a big next season. Watch, man.
I agree.
Give me
Trust me.
King. There's only one comment I'm upset about that you made, King, but I'll address it when it's my time.
Brezzy for Ceballos.
4.
Odegaard.
7.
And ESR.
8.5.
Wow. Sheesh.
But I do like Odegaard and Smith Rowe together. I think those two are that is something.
Okay. Mr. Silver Fox, Ceballos, sir.
Hello. Ceballos, 6.
He knows his football.
Odegaard.
Odegaard?
Yep.
6.5.
And ESR?
8.5.
Wow. And the Nigerian Englishman. I'm going to start with ESR first.
All right. Well, why would you do that? All right, cool. ESR, I agree with definitely a bag of the things that they're saying. So I give him an 8.
Okay.
8. Yeah, definitely an 8. He's definitely changed up our style of play.
Odegaard,
I don't know why you lot are gassing this boy up so much, man. He gave us 2 good games, and then everyone's talking about him 7.5s and stuff, man. He played 2 good games, Fulham and Tottenham. That's it, bro. That's all the good games he played for me. He's decent. I'll give him a 6.5, just like Tony said, but he didn't show me enough. Like what them two playing together showed me is Smith Rowe every day of the week over Odegaard. And people were talking hella crud the other way around beforehand. So it's not even close for me.
And your man, Ceballos.
Who?
Sorry, I said his name, man.
Who?
No, the guy whose name
Are we allowed to give minus scores here?
You can give what you want, sir.
-1, please.
Wow.
-1.
That's cold.
You know why? Because the reason why I'm saying -1 is I've not seen any. I've not seen anything like I've seen from this guy. Like he showed me something I've never seen in football, bro.
I think Lottie agrees with you here.
No, he showed me something I've never in my life seen in football. How one man can destroy 3 games back to back. I've never seen that. I've never ever seen that in my life.
It's like he was trying his hardest. He
had a mad moment.
Legit,
he had a mad moment. He had a mad moment.
Back to back. Boy, they crazy.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Right. Let's Smith. I'll get my teeth back in. Swiftly moving on. We are going on to the wingers. We're nearly there, lads. We're nearly there.
This should be
fun. Brezzy, I'm going to come to you first with Martinelli.
He hasn't really played, if I'm honest. And when he has played, he's changed the game.
This is a difficult one, Brez. I'm with you, mate. It's a difficult one.
I want to give him a high mark for what he's done, but the problem.
Do it, man. This is your ratings, bro.
Yeah, but he hasn't had the game time to warrant such a high. 6.5. That pains me.
Harsh, but maybe fair. 6.5 then for Martinelli. Willian.
Can you really mark him? I mean, he hasn't really played.
NA. You can put NA if you want.
That'd be a 0, right?
I mean, he got a good free kick, the last game of the season, a good goal.
Finished up with the most assists, didn't he?
Just to let you know, he's played 25 games in the league, which is a lot more than Maori and others. So
and him and Alisson have scored the same amount of goals.
Wow.
He's not even lying.
Which is more than Partey.
You know what? Alisson scored more from open play.
Oh no!
Jeez, my friend, put that.
You took my one to another level.
You might put him in a pack. He's dead. He's dead.
Willian, I will give him.
Crumbled him, rolled him up, and smoked him.
4.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Saka.
This is probably where. I'm actually gonna go for a 10 in these. My
guy, you know, Brezzy. My guy, you know.
He's actually my player of the season.
I am mad at that.
Fair dues. Pepe.
I actually like Pepe.
We know.
I'm
actually gonna go for a 7.5.
Okay. I think that's fair. That's a fair score. Thanks very much, Brezzy. Mr. Silver Fox, Martinelli.
Martinelli. It's a hard one to score, given how much he's played. But from what we've seen of him, I'm going to give him a 7.
Okay, nice. Willian.
5 assists, yeah? Most of them came against Fulham, right? First game of the season. I'm pretty sure they're all accidental. I'm pretty sure they're accidental. You watch it again. So for the 5 assists, I'll give him 1
You got
point.
3 assists in the game against Fulham.
Yeah, exactly.
3 against Fulham.
Look, and I'm pretty sure he didn't mean any of them.
We was all gassing. So what are you giving him? Bearing in mind, Brezzy gave him a 4.
For the assists, I'll give him a point. For the goal, I'll give him half a point. 1.5.
Wow. Okay, fair dues. Saka.
Now, how I'm going to score this? He has been probably our best player of the season. I want to score him 10. I don't want to score him 10 because he's young. He's 19. I don't want to put pressure on the boy. He watches us. He'll finish this England game and he'll watch this.
Do you know what? There was a time when he was carrying the whole club on his shoulders, and there was memes about it.
He was.
Yeah,
he was, but he also did burn out a bit. It's not his fault. I don't want to put pressure on the lad, so I'm going to go 7 point. No, I'll go 8.
8 for Saka.
That's generous. Yeah, 8.
And then Pepe.
Like we've all said, he's coming late, didn't he? Didn't really play as regularly until the end of the season. So I will go Pepe 7.5.
Fair dues.
He'll improve that next season.
I like this. Look, Martinelli 3.625 out of 10. Willian 8. Starting the season strong, you've got to rate it. Saka 2 out of 10. Again, very bad. Pepe 9.5. Ivorian Messi wizard with the ball.
He's mocking.
I'd offer him my wife if he wanted. Jeez, my friend.
I don't doubt that last part. I swear.
That's brilliant. Gumsa, Martinelli, sir. 5.
Hasn't really played. Done all right.
Yeah,
he presses well. I'm not. He's all right. I think he's all right. He presses well, but I don't get gassed. Like sometimes he just runs in blind alleys. I don't. Yeah, I
know what you mean. Sometimes he's a head down and just running.
Yeah. Which I can't fault him. He works hard and he tries. Again, he ain't really been given any chances this season. Do you know what I mean? So
we like
to give him a straight 5. I like him. I think he's got the potential there, but I don't think technically when I watch Smith Rowe and those guys, like they seem to be technically ready. I don't think technically
he needs a good pre-season.
Light years ahead of him.
Yeah,
light years ahead of him.
Willian,
you get a 4.
Okay. Saka
9. What am I even thinking? 9. And again, he carried us at the time where we were really struggling. So even though his form's dipped towards the end of the season, we've got 3 or 4 players that are now chipping in and helping out. When he was carrying us, it was literally him and Tierney, and that was all we had. So, and going forward, it was a lot on his shoulders. He's been immense for me this year. So he's definitely on my player of the season. Fair play to the kid, man. He's done really well. Yeah. So,
and Pepe,
I'll give you 6.5. 6.5. I think he can still do more. He come to life in the last few games. He's like a boxer. He's just trying to steal rounds. He knew the better way to come. He said, "Let me pick up my phone quickly."
Like that.
Can't get away from what he did at the start of the season.
We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Come, Nigerian Englishman, Martinelli.
I agree with Gumsa and Brezzy in terms of how hard it is to judge this guy, but I say 6.5, man.
Fair days. Because he come up, some.
Like, he did well, but yeah, it was like if he had more of a run, I'm sure I would have given him a higher score. But you didn't see enough of him to get any higher. 6.5.
Okay, William.
This is well. I'm going to give him a score because he did change up one game this season where he came on, changed up the game. So I'll give him a 0.5.
Saka.
No. Sorry, William. No, be fair. Now, 1. He did have a couple of assists. 1.
Do you know he got our most assists in the league this season?
That's what I'm saying.
Very depressing.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That's how bad it is.
3 against Fulham. It's a pad. It's a pad.
Saka, that's my guy. I'm on Niger, Bobo. You get me? I'll give him an 8.5 because I can't. Even though he's our player of the season, I can't justify giving him a 10 at this age. That is just too much.
Fair enough.
But 8.5 out of 10. Our player of the season, 100%.
And
Pepe again. I'm gonna go with Gums on this one, 6.5 because it's all good and well showing us these flashes when nothing counts for anything. When we needed him and the time counted, he wasn't there. But I'll give him a 6 or 6.5 because he showed a lot what he can do if given a little bit of run of games. Let's see if he can take that.
On to the news.
Let's see. So 6.5.
Let's see. King, sir, Martinelli,
I get frustrated with, because I've there's points that Brezzy made that are accurate. He needs more games, but he is coming back from a cruciate ligament injury. I maintain we got to manage him carefully. I don't think Arteta doesn't fancy him. I don't believe Arteta has an agenda against him, but I still think Arteta could have played him more, so I can't really judge him. But I do agree with some of what Gumsa is saying. I do think sometimes we see things that aren't really there. Like, technically, he is no ESR. He's no Saka. So I'm gonna go in the games that I've seen him play. I'll probably go 6.75. 6.75.
6.75. like that. William,
minus 20.
For real?
William, right? The reason why I can't score him, I won't score him.
0.
Yeah. The reason why I can't, right, is because you've got to base your expectation, on what a player has delivered. Now, this guy at Chelsea was on crud, absolute crud, and I know that the players he's playing with here might not have the same quality, but I expected a lot more from him, and I just think, I don't necessarily want to blame him. Again, I just think there's been a lot been put into how we defend and organize. So I think that's killed our attacking game. Okay, so I don't think he's been helped by that. But I can't score the man. I can't score the man.
Saka,
I gave Smith Rowe 8.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saka, I'm going to give it 8. Saka, I'm going to give it 8.25. For me, ESR on reflection has been my player of the season. The reason I would say, right, is because towards the end of the season, Saka has been burnt out. Arteta's not managed him well. He has relied on him to pull him out of the weeds a lot. And I think if we're honest, if we are really honest with ourselves, that has shown in the last 10 games of the season.
So are you penalising him for being burnt out by our manager?
I'm not penalising him. I'm just saying, since Smith Rowe has come in, from Christmas, and every game he's been fit, there has been an influence. Like consistently, there's like, mate, he's been a bit fresher. You know, like he's been looked after a bit
You're
better.
changing things to suit your narrative. I'm not having it, bro. Like, there's no one that can say Saka's not been the best player this season because for the sheer fact he's carried us.
And I'll say it.
Smith Rowe there's never been a game I've watched where I've seen Smith Rowe carry us to the result. I've seen it by Saka so many times. He's not carried. Tell me one victory that he's carried us to. Not that he's played well.
Newcastle, extra time. Chelsea. He got the goal the other day.
Don't look at look at the goal though. Fair enough, he scored. Fair enough, he scored. But
if you watch that game,
Chelsea, bro. Smith Rowe
played absolutely. Both Chelsea games he played well.
Nah, he played well.
If you watch, right, he was chasing down everything. Like
this needs to be a show in its own. Smith Rowe.
He was running at them from deep as well.
Give me your score for Pepe.
I know this opinion's going to be unpopular, but it's mine. Like,
of course,
of
course. This is listen. We're asking you for your scores.
And look, I love Saka. Saka. He's my guy, listen, you know. Like,
give what you see.
Because he's Nigerian, King. He's Nigerian.
Listen, man. I'll sooner vote for a Nigerian than the Englishman, man. I'll stick to the West African roots. You know,
he couldn't even say it properly. You know?
Pepe,
beatboxing and that.
Pepe. I'm gonna go with 675. Actually, on reflection, I think.
You know what? We're gonna stick with you right now, King, to rattle through these quickly, right? So we literally got 4 left, right? I'm going to stick with you for these, okay? So, Nketiah, give me your scores for Nketiah.
Easy.
Eddie.
Me?
No,
Gumsa, King, sorry. Nketiah.
Oh, Nketiah, 2.
All right. Oba.
4.
And Laka.
8.
Cool.
7.5, 7.5, not 8 for Laka.
Wicked.
7.5.
Mr. Silver Fox, Nketiah.
I'll give him a 3. He did score a winner somewhere, didn't he?
Yeah, equalizer.
He scored a winner as well against West Ham.
High flying Fulham. Aubameyang.
He got a winner against West Ham in the first leg.
Yeah. 6 was that? Did I hear a 6? Yeah.
6.
And Lacazette.
Lacazette. I just love Lacazette. 8.5.
Wow. Okay, 8.5. Nigerian Englishman.
Nketiah was getting a 0 up until you guys told me some stats, so I'll give him a 2 now. Oba 5.
And Laka.
7.5.
Brezzy. Nketiah.
2.5.
Okay. Oba.
Aubameyang. 6. And Laka.
He just added the half because of me. He didn't want to have the same score as me, right? Anyway, sure.
And Lacazette.
Laka, I would say 8.
Man, you liking Lacazette. Gumsa. Nketiah.
3. 4. I think everyone's harsh on him.
Oba.
4. And that's to do with expectations. Like, I expect much more from him. We're quick to go mad at Nketiah. He's a kid. Like, Abba's done. 4.
Laka.
8.
So I used to like Gums.
Right, guys, that is it. Except for the last one. Just a quick one from all of you lot. Just a quick one. I don't even want to know.
Don't even ask me for his score, please. Don't ask for that. Nah, don't.
You go first. Nigerian Englishman. Arteta.
1.5.
Wow. Brezzy.
I'll go like a 3.
Okay. Gumsa.
Arteta in 4. I'm still Arteta in, but you get a 4.
King.
Listen, I'm going to go with... This is going to sound mad, but I'm going to go with a 6.5. You want to know why?
No.
Message me.
We're going to need a whole show for this one, mate. So this one is just
look at our record against the top 6.
It's just going to trigger me. So let's wait for another show for this, because this is a long discussion.
This is a long discussion. Quickly. So, King, come on, Arteta.
You said it, 6.5.
Yeah, 6.5.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mr. Silver Fox.
I'm going 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, Connection doesn't believe you either. Connection don't even believe you.
No.
All right, guys. This is it. It's all in. It's all in. It's all in. Ding 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 ding. Listen, we're gonna wrap this up quick, right? And I'm gonna give you some, you know, something really kind of like extraordinary, really, right? Lottie, thanks for that. Yeah, William, exactly. -10. 1 goal, 37 games from an attacking play. That's disgusting. I think someone, yeah. I tell you what. Let's hope we can get him out this year and get some money for him. Polar Knights, yeah. Hey, that's how it goes. Lockdown-esque and everything. We're all looking sharp. Yeah,
Their shots fired. Their shots fired, that man. Because man hasn't got their shots fired.
I think also I sort of agrees with us in terms of Lacazette and everything. Everyone's giving Lacazette a high score. And yeah, all right, forget Big Sam, but yeah, you're right. Arteta should go. Listen, I'll give you the categories, right, that we've rated, the highest player. So for keepers, we rated Ryan as our number 1 goalkeeper.
That's mad.
Yep.
That's crazy.
We rated Ryan. For our fullbacks,
Tierney.
Pretty easy, Tierney. Centre backs, we all voted Holding as our top.
He was scoring like it was come dime with me, like he's got £1,000 on the line or something.
Yeah, I tell you what. So Gabriel was second. It was Mari. Sorry, it's Louis worst 6.4, Mari 6.7, Gabriel 7.1, and then Holden 7.5.
Wait, hold on. What did you give Louise, Canners?
I gave Louis 6.
And he was our best centre back at one point, wasn't he, Canners?
He was, wasn't
he? I am yet to know where that point existed.
No, Canners said it. I'm not saying we ever agreed with him, but I remember he was like, "No, man, he's our best centre back." Giving him a 6.
In what world was man like Sideshow our best centre back? I didn't see it.
On there, Canners. Sorry, I had to call you.
Listen, I did that just to be devil's advocate and have a good old argument with you lot. Yeah, I'll put a case forward for him. Yeah, and you lot all believe me. You had you lot going, yeah.
But he still finished third. He still finished third.
Past him.
He still finished third. So we didn't get convinced, Canners. We got the receipts.
Right. So it's quite clear, really and truly. Look, our fullbacks, our best fullback is 7.8, but the next one, is 6.6 in terms of rating. So we can categorize it. We need a right back badly. Centre back was not. We're not too bad. Centre midfielder is poor. Guess who our top centre midfielder was? Defensive centre midfielder.
El Nene.
Boom. El Nene. That's how bad we was this year.
Big man thing. I'm not even upset about it because I know that.
I'll be real.
We need Basuma, man.
With a rating of 6.08. Second.
I don't know what we're waiting for with Basuma, man. We should have done that already.
Waiting for a cheap alternative.
Party with 5.6, and then Xhaka was 5.4.
I feel bad for Xhaka. He weren't our worst this year.
Sorry, who? Xhaka?
Yeah, I feel bad for him. He weren't our worst this year. But
out of those three,
he's a tie in.
We've said it.
I made him our best out of the 3, personally.
Yeah,
I think if I'm being objective and honest, Partey was the worst of the 3.
but we know what
As
he can
horrible
do.
as that is to say.
No, it's
Yeah.
right.
It was
His
close,
reputation is giving him an extra year with us. Let's not lie, anyone. Partey's reputation has bought him an extra year, and it was a new league.
And his injury as well. So
yeah.
Our attacking midfielders, that was pretty self-explanatory. ESR smashed that at 8.25. But also as well, our backups aren't nothing to shout home about. Odegaard was second at 6.75. And then Ceballos 4.08.
Killed him.
So that is the last time we're hearing that name on this channel. Hey.
It won't be. I'm going to make sure.
You killed him with minus 0.1. Minus 1. You know that. You killed him with minus 1. You've absolutely murdered Ceballos there. You killed him.
And I know not of who you talk about.
Yeah, our wingers, obviously, and our player of the season, Kaya Saka.
Bad man.
8.79. 8.79 he got. To be fair, he's head and shoulders literally above everyone else. The next person was Pepe at 7.1. Willian was bottom 2.2.
Oh.
Wow, you guys are cold. And then our strikers. I think Lacazette a reasonable, a solid 7.8. Aubameyang 5, a flat 5, and Nketiah 2.5. Man, that's cold.
Basically, all the players that I rated highly, I got them all right. Yeah, I got them all. Yeah. So we'll talk about Holding another time because I want to have a discussion on Holding and Saliba and all sorts. That's a future one. What do we say?
I'm involved.
That will be a future one. Once they start playing together, then we'll have that discussion. Let's see what happens. Because I actually have a feeling.
Might go off on loan again, though.
Let's see what happens. Sorry?
You might go off on loan again, though. How do we feel about that?
No, he can't.
Nah, he needs to stay. You need to. We either sell him or keep him, man.
Sell him or keep him. That's it. Done. And then we've given our manager a rating out of 10 of 4.08, and we're all in agreement how crap he's performed.
Sounds about right.
It's been a failure. You think that's hard?
You know what?
Though?
I still feel.
I hate that stat.
Yeah, but I still think the biggest cop out is not giving that bastard Kroenke a score, or not scoring him.
No,
not only would I not score him,
don't even need to.
I would minus him, because he caused the whole thing, right? Because he had to put Smith Rowe in where he wanted Hossam Aouar, and basically he asked for something, he didn't get it, and that's pretty much what every Arsenal manager has had to do on the Kroenke. They've had to ask for something and not get it, and I'm tired of it now. I'm properly tired of it, especially seeing what Chelsea did the other day. Like, I'm done with it. That's what happens when you give a manager what they need to do their job. Yeah, they win shit.
But Tuchel's hasn't had a transfer window.
But Lampard
he's
got the
walked
players,
in.
but
Lampard got the players for him.
Don't do that, Canners.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Don't do that, Canners. You know,
Lampard got the players for him, man.
Let's not do that.
But the only thing I'm going to say, and I'll cut it here, is that see what happens when a manager comes in, a proper manager comes in.
And GunnerKing is right, but what I would add is the problem I have with Arteta is if when you watch a Southampton, as bad as they are, you can see they fight for their manager, bro.
Yeah.
They play for their guy. They're just not good enough. With us, if they showed 100% conviction all in for the man, I wouldn't even be upset at the season ending like this if they at least showed me some fight that I want this guy in. Let me run up and down like crazy for him. But there's none of that from no players.
Yeah.
Start of the season, people were backing Arteta. Now I've not heard any players saying that it's a great thing he's got going on. Like I've not heard any of that. No real support for the guy. He's lost.
I think, I get you 100%. I think I know we need to wrap this up now, and I think in terms of how we've rated our team here, it's very much evident that I think we need a new keeper. We actually do need a right back. We all know that.
Let's talk about Nana, isn't there?
A centre back. We do need a centre back. Even though we have Saliba coming back, whatever, we don't know.
Cover a left back.
A centre midfielder. And maybe if we can keep Odegaard, then that might be it. But those positions are an absolute must, really, where we need to strengthen. And let's hope they get it done. There's been a lot of names been touted around in the press at the moment. So all we can do is pray and hope. But guys,
all I'm seeing is stories, and Liverpool have already signed a player.
Yeah.
People are already signing players. We need to sign players more than anyone. Yeah. And all I'm hearing is stories.
Yeah.
Mate, I won't lie to you, man. Right?
These cronkies, man.
I promised myself I wouldn't get caught up in these rumor things. And then I just went and started a football channel, didn't I? So I have to be involved in this.
Be there, boy.
Literally, I have to live through them.
You have to.
I'm waiting for the Draxler link, the Benzema link. I'm waiting for those two.
Draxler signed a new deal, though, didn't he?
Oh, okay. So at least that one's gone to the side. Benzema needs a new challenge now, obviously. So
I heard we're linked with Solomon Kalou again.
Mate.
No.
Yeah.
Guys, any last words for anyone? You know what? Thank you. This was, I know we only did like 8 players after like 35 minutes, but we rattled through and we've got a grand time here of an hour and a freaking half.
Aubameyang got lucky. Aubameyang got lucky.
He did.
Kroenke out.
Definitely Kroenke out. Definitely. And maybe Arteta out, really, because we've only rated him a 4. We've only rated him a 4. We don't lie. The Armoury don't lie.
Rate him up for the summer.
What I say about Arteta is let him do the rebuild like Lampard did, then we get a new manager in.
I can't change that my hair is perfecto.
Guys, it's been blessed talking to you guys after a while. Listen, everyone keep well. Thank you for this evening. It's been brilliant.
No, that was cold.
We are now closing. GunSlingerz out.
Where's Notches?
Good night, guys.
I told you I should get. No, he was. So that's the reaction.